dealing with some medical stuff. But I'm thinking, if you are like me, which if you've stumbled upon this very niche, very small tarot card channel, odds are you probably are. Sorry, my throat. I'm thinking the question at hand is, are we actually in the age of disclosure? Are we actually going to get the truth and nothing but the truth? So help us God. That's what we're going to pry into and see if there is something that we are still being hidden from. And I have personal opinions, but I'm not going to vocalize them yet because I don't want to influence what the cards are going to say. Because typically people who come to watch tarot cards want to see the cards, as opposed to my intuition. My intuition, actually, never mind. I'm going to tell you what my intuition is thinking. My intuition thinking that we are only seeing a component and that the true disclosure has yet to happen, in the sense of, well, whatever you think it might mean. How about that? There's still something being veiled from visions that I've seen. It is very deep, it is very vast, and it is some of the components of the people that you're seeing who are in trouble, we'll say it like that, are only a component in the chain. How about that? Thank you. All right. Nine of Cups. Okay. So something yet to be seen. A surprise lurking around the corner. If this is doors, you are walking through a door. It's door number 1, door number 2, door number 3, but you are still choosing a door. I feel like there's something still veiled from us, something that has yet to come out fully. Okay. This is, the color might also be very important. You see a lot of the red, the gold, and that like royal blue color. The gold is popping against that black background. Okay. There's a lot of going to be colors and symbolisms in the photos or the disclosure that's coming. So pay attention to it. Trust yourself that you're not reading too much into it, that you're being guided to the imagery for a reason. Queen of Cups. So emotional, right? Yes. There's a lot of emotions behind what's going on, or somebody manipulating emotions. Five of Swords. Someone feeling victorious, someone feeling like the battle is already over. Again, may not be the way we think it is. And this person's injured, but they're not deceased. They're not dead yet. Or aspects of them carry on. Okay? Six of Wands. So somebody coming back victorious from a battle. There's accolades, there's acknowledgement, there's rising above, there's like a victor being crowned or being paraded for the people, right? We also have Six of Swords, which is movement away from danger. Typically depicted with the rower in the front and then a mother and possibly a child in the back, and when you see the boat, you're only seeing the back of the 3 individuals. You don't actually see them front on. It's almost like, from the typical depiction, like you're standing on the shore side watching the people leave, or watching the boat with the people leaving, and you are still residing in the energy of being on shore. This one is, it's a little bit calmer looking. But again, there's also that falsity. Look at, we have this individual rowing on a boat that is looking like a, oh my gosh, what are they called? Oh my gosh, what are they called? Swan. So the boat is like a Trojan horse. There's like, it's a swan shape, and it's disguised. And does this swan know that it's not another swan? Is there somebody that's potentially cultivating these emotional attachments for other people to invest emotionally in them, but are they a false swan? Are they a falsity? Is there something that isn't being seen, that has yet to be explored? Is a victim not a victim? Apologies, I should have a warning going into this reading. Is it possible that the person who's being paraded as the victor isn't actually the victor? Could they be concealing something, concealing the actual fate of this person? Okay. I'm on top of the world, looking down on creation. Who sings that? On top of the world, looking down on creation. Okay, 2 of Pentacles popped out. It's a juggling, it's a balance. There's a yin to the yang to the yin. There's this duality, but it's a balancing act, right? So one might be perceived as good, one might be perceived as bad. It's all about perspective, though, because you might think you're the victor, but in other people's eyes, you're the villain. Interesting. 5 of Cups, some sort of loss. But again, to remain. 3 loss, to remain. There's a number sequence coming out too. 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 5, 5, 3, 2. I don't know. There's something, some combination right there. Rebuilding also. If something's lost, we have to pick up and rebuild. Starting over a little bit, maybe. There's perhaps grieving for the actual loss, not necessarily for what it was, but just the like, do this all over again. Like when I forget to push the play button or record button and I have to redo it, and it's like, okay. But there's something there. Maybe there's something about a video or recordings also. Sun card. Something turning out in someone's favor. A child, possibly also. A child coming out of this event of disclosure, this event of this person being hailed as a victor. I'm also getting this concept of a black sun. And I don't know if this is truly a black sun, or if this is a portal, or possibly some sort of means of like a doorway. Specifically with this card, doesn't ever come up like this, but again, I'm seeing this duality with the gold and the black, gold and black. So when the disclosure comes out, perhaps gold and black come out with the images that we see come forth. Sunflowers. Oh, it's a false sun. It's a false sun. Yes, this victor is a false sun. They're presented as one thing, but they're not. They're something else. The sun, okay. Sunflowers typically face the sun, right? So we shouldn't be able to see the sunflowers in this depiction. They should be facing away at the sun. I saw in a video more recently, the sunflowers were again, like this card, facing the wrong way. There was this concept of a false sun, like something is potentially illuminating, but also concealing at the same time, to shine light on one thing as a means to do a sleight of hands to prevent full disclosure. Seven of Wands. Feeling like everything's coming at you all at once and battling. That looks like there's two stacked. We've got the Three of Wands. So this would be travel and movement. Again, we have movement in the cards already with regards to the Six of Swords. Sorry, not showing up on my camera. Six of Swords is travel and movement away from danger. Picking up and leaving, like in the dead of night, picking up and leaving. And then this card, we have some travel also. So the Two of Wands would show the planning of travel. This is the actual travel. So the Three of Wands is the actual movement. Same thing with the Six of Swords. It is the actual action of movement. And we do see movement with this card as well, the Six of Wands. Oh, Six of Wands. I don't know why I thought this was... Yeah, but this is victory anyways, and this is coming back to a location and being hailed as victorious. Perhaps the being surrounded by like-minded individuals. I'm gonna put that one back because my hands weren't on it all the way. And we'll close these card decks out in a second. Oh, okay. Let's take note. I'm a little crooked here. Let's take note of where these fell. This one is hidden from us. I'll make a note of that. We have the Seven of Cups, so choices. We started this reading talking about choices, and this card fell on the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Cups, which we said was doorways, like door number one, door number two, door number three. And this card is about specifically making a choice. And this, we were talking about surprises coming up. We also have the Emotional Queen. So perhaps this decision, this choice, wasn't made by the individual you might think. Perhaps it was by some feminine energy. And when I say feminine, I don't mean that the person is necessarily nurturing. I'm saying that the attributes are less than the perceived dominant attributes, okay? I needed to clarify that because there is some sort of falsity regarding this individual, so I don't want you to be hung up on this idea that women could not cause physical pain, emotional distress, or be anything less than a characteristic of a monster. All right? It's important to teach our children that as well. Okay. I feel like I should still keep that right there. And then we have the Two of Wands. Very interesting. I already gave you the description of this card when I had the Three of Wands out, because I wanted to tell you about the movement. This person is planning, or the person who has the globe in their hand is planning. The steps haven't been taken just yet, but there is a course already lined out. And whereas we see one person moving in the night, last minute kind of feeling, this falsity, this false hero, this false sun, this false sense of illuminating an event. And that might not be an individual, but it could be like doctrine, false ideation, something. There's something false coming out, and it was pushed forward, but I don't feel like everything's being shown. Okay, and that is really to pivot, perhaps, and to push the world into a different direction, because the world is being held. And we have, again, we're going to take note of what is depicted. We have somebody standing above the city, cloaked in red with two staffs. So this could be two kingdoms, because typically I think the depiction is the staff with or wand. I believe Queen Elizabeth actually had a wand, and they broke it when she passed away. And they're holding the world, and they have a lion tamed in front of them. Also, I want you to take a note of right here. Do you see how there looks like there is a luminary? I don't want to say star, but there's a star here on the top of the wand and the sides, both sides. One of the stars on the side, this one, closest to my little index, I hope you can see that, it actually has a tail to it. It looks like a comet or a shooting star. Pardon me, there's two stars clustered. I think there's two stars clustered at the top right here. And then you see the comet or the tail, and then another one. So there could be 4 luminaries or 4 lunar events that take place within this time frame of this event, or this pivoting, or this false sun. Excuse me. Let's see what we can gather as far as the familiars. This might be a warning or something that's placed on your path to clue you in on this reading. As always, please take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, dragons. Spirit, the number 1 dragon. Okay, I'm looking. Okay, the ceiling of this room has painted on stars, and on the side we see globe, and it looks like the time has already ran out or is about to run out. You see there's the hourglass, there's the dragon, there's the stars painted on to the ceiling or the heavens, and we have the globe, so plotting our way forward. Again, we have the globe with regards to this card as well. There's some sort of imagery coming out for that. So as we, sorry, I'm trying to make this easier for you guys to see. As I grab the the book, hello, and we find our way, excuse me, Spirit, Dragon 1, is it in the front of the book? I never know these things. No, that would be too easy. Okay, found it in our book, so here we go. The dragon. Dragon appears in the mythology of almost every culture across the world, although they can vary in shape from the serpent-like dragon of Asia to the more familiar winged, fire-breathing creatures of Europe and folklore. They are mighty, dangerous, wise, and often depicted as holding treasures. But no matter which culture you find them in, they are almost always associated with mystical powers. Okay. They are the essence of magic, fantasy, and myth. If you have a dragon as your familiar, you have a powerful ally indeed. Underline that, powerful ally. Okay, powerful ally. Call on dragon when you need the energy and power to pull off the impossible. Pulling off the impossible. Or if you are doing a deep dive into your spiritual path. If this card shows up, it might be a suggestion to explore mystical wisdoms or find your own fire and breathe it out into the world. The world was coming out a lot, so setting fire to something. The important takeaway, I would say, is powerful ally, pulling off the impossible. Right. Okay. Angel number. There it is. 2112. Okay. It's up to you. Someone watching over you? Hello, powerful ally. Good fortune, unforeseen forces. Unforeseen forces. A surprise. Direction. Okay, direction. They're holding the globe in their hand, plotting a course, plotting the plan. Even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress, things are moving in the right direction. If you see this number, it's a sign that everything will work out in your favor and your dreams will come true. So I feel like somebody is definitely plotting something. There is definitely allies that we do not see and perhaps would be shocked to know are all on the same page. So, yes. So my friends, there is still things being shifted around that we do not have knowledge of. What you have to understand is that before the return, there will be just a world full of chaos. My suggestion is to always use your intuition and your discernment to not trust just anyone just because they seem like they're your friend or because they have buku of money. Use discretion, use your gut instinct, and know for a fact this. Parties or separations are created to provide us a division. It is easier to go after a group of people if they are divided. If the people cannot see the commonality that they are one, then it's easier to go after them. Political parties do this all the time, right? So the upper echelon can easily divide us because we are so willing, we are so stuck on this idea of red versus blue that we do not see what's going on in front of us, nor do we push back as a society because we have become sheeples, essentially. So use your discernment, lean in to your neighbors, because chances are people have similar ideas. They just probably came to them as a different conclusion than you did. I know that this was probably not a reading that you wanted to hear, but I felt like reading this, so that's where we are with that. In regards to that, some readings I try to stay away from, but for whatever reason, when I sat down, this is what was coming out. That's what I felt. So have a blessed day. If you would feel inclined, do subscribe. Follow along for more content like this. Maybe this reading will make the light of day, maybe it won't. I'm not sure. Scary times we live in. All right, for now, we will be seeing you in the cards. Thank you so much. Bye.